What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel, and for today's Yu-Gi-Oh news video, this one's going to be a very interesting one because I'm going to be talking about the newest V-Jump promo card, which apparently works for both light decks and fairy decks, which apparently could work with the new Lost Sanctuary structure deck. Who knows? Who knows? I'm also going to be talking about the last of the cards, the last of the new cards for Burst of Destiny, and then also this first one and also this one that I'm going to be talking about a little later on is that Konami has released some news regarding the future of Yu-Gi-Oh gaming, which is going to be interesting. Which is going to be very, very interesting. So that'll be the last thing that I will talk about in this video. There is a new archetype that I did want to talk about, but I'm gonna be talking about that in depth in I believe Saturday's video, because Wednesday is just my day off. So yeah. But yeah, so. Next month, the new V-Jump promo is called Victorica, the Angel of Courage, which is a 4-star light fairy with 1400 attack and 800 1400 attack, 800 defense, and they caption it. Well, obviously we don't know the effect, but it reads, "Let there be life for the fairy type." An effect monster that supports all kinds of fairy decks. A level 4 fairy appears next issue that has 2 effects heavily connected to both light monsters and fairy monsters, making it ideal for the new Lost Sanctuary structure deck. So, one thing that could come into mind as far as like the effect, it could mean that it could have a search effect, like a Rhoda effect. It can also have a sort of like a spell and trap Rhoda effect. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to say, but we will learn more about it in the upcoming weeks. Once we have an idea of the effect, I will definitely talk about it on the channel, so make sure you guys are staying tuned. Anyway, now for the last of the cards in Burst of Destiny, we have Ecclesia, the White Maiden, or actually it says, actually that's the OCG name. The TCG name is Ecclesia, the Virtuose in White, which is a 4-star light spellcaster tuner with 1500 attack and defense, and the first effect, okay, you can only special summon this card's first method per turn. You can only use the second and third effects once per turn. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, excuse me. Ooh, oh my god, excuse me. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can special summon this card from your hand. So basically, if you have no monsters and your opponent has one, basically you can just Cyber Dragon this card straight to the field. That's it. That is it. That's all there is to it. Second effect is, during the main phase, as a quick effect, you contribute this card supposed to summon one Jianshang monster or one Fallen of Albaz from your hand or deck. Okay, so basically, so now we know that. So now we know that this is part of the Albaz storyline and the Jianshang storyline. So I don't know if both archetypes are together. I'm not so sure. Excuse me. During the main phase, if a fusion monster or monsters is sent to your grave this turn, you can add this card from your grave to your hand. So it's basically its own like monster reincarnation of sorts, but you don't have to discard the spell and another card for costs, basically. Now for the last of the cards, and apparently this first one looks like a fucking pineapple. Literally, it looks like a fucking pineapple. Actually, I take that back. It is a fucking pineapple. Literally, it's a dragon. Does it say dragon? Okay, never mind. Okay, so never mind. That's weird. Excuse me. Sorry guys, I'm just like way too tired right now. So the last of the cards, first up we have Soldrapom Fengli, which is a 1-star fire plant tuner with 800 attack and 0 defense. Literally, it's a fucking pineapple. You can only use this card's name's first effect once per turn. If this card is sent from the deck to the grave by a monster effect, you can still summon this card. Then if you control another plant monster, you can have the attack and defense of one face-up monster on the field. So basically, oh, God, I gotta stop yawning. I need coffee. So with this effect, basically, if one of your cards, if you Foolish Burial one of your cards from your deck to your graveyard, or if your opponent does that, then you can just side draw this card. Excuse me, just right off the bat, and if you have another plant monster, which could be literally anything, it could be Spore, Caraman, Caraway Champion, if you guys are wondering. You can just have the attack and defense of any monster on the field. You can even do that to a fucking Appaloosa if your opponent allowed it to go through. Which is actually pretty cool. Excuse me. Second effect says, the first time this card on the field would be destroyed by a battle or card effect each turn, you can send one plant monster from your deck to the grave instead. Basically, it's another version of Return of the Dragon Lords, which is really, really good effect. Really good effect. Not so sure if this would be meta, because it's a fucking pineapple. And the caption is saying, it's time to make the ultimate pizza, but you will need to read. Basically, they're saying pineapple goes on a pizza. No. The taste is weird. No. Pineapple does not go on a pizza. Do not at me in the comments. Don't at me in the comments. Next up. Wow. Next up we have Dualized Lord Gold Knight. Wow. Excuse me. Which is a 4-star Earth Warrior Gemini. Very rare you would ever see the word Gemini. 1500 attack, 500 defense. This card is treated as a normal monster while face up on the field or in the grave. While this card is a normal monster on the field, you can normal summon it to have it become an effect monster with these effects. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one spell or trap with Gemini monster and its text from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. This card becomes a machine monster. Also, it gains 500 attack. Okay, so you can use it with... Okay, so since it's Earth, you can also use it as an Earth machine. Machinas? Ancient Gears? I mean, that's kind of unique. Excuse me. Next up, we have Indomitable Beast Servant, which is a 2-star fire beast with 900 attack, 2000 defense. First effect is once per turn. During the main phase, if your Opponent special summon 3 or more monsters this turn. As a quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard. Again, Cyber Dragon, Monster Reborn, one or the other. One or the other. This attack position card cannot be destroyed by battle while you control no other monsters. Wow. Basically, it's its own like gravity bind, if you will, which is insanity. Next up, we have Outstanding Dog Mary, which is a 1-star light beast with 100 attack and defense, and it looks like a poodle. It actually kind of does look like a poodle. The effect is once per turn. If this card is sent to the grave, you can activate one of these effects. Place this card on the bottom of the deck. Add 1 Outstanding Dog Maron from your deck to your hand. And if you do, place this card on top of the deck. Maron, if I remember correctly... Excuse me. If I remember correctly, I think Outstanding Dog Maron was like I think that was the part. Wasn't that part of the anniversary pack? I think so. I think it was. Hang on. I'm actually going to search it right now. No, it was not. No. I was thinking of something else. Yeah, I thought so. It was part of it was a part of Dark Crisis. And then as a short print common, and then it got reprinted in Dark Revolution Volume 1. So Outstanding Dark Maron says when this card is sent to your grave, add it to your deck and shuffle it. So it can easily just recycle itself, which is really cool. Which is actually really cool. That's a pretty cool effect. Yeah, don't have to say much about it. Cupid Pitch is the next card. Is a 4-star Light Fairy Synchro with 0 attack, 600 defense, and it requires a tuner and at least 1 or more non-tuners. Yeah, a 3-star and a 1-star, a 2-star and a 2-star. That's about it. One or the other. The third effect is a once per turn. If this card is synchro summon, increase or decrease its level by the level of the tuner used as material for its synchro summon. Okay, not too shabby. Gains attack equal to its level times 400. So because it's a 4-star, it would basically just gain 1600 attack. So it's not too bad. If this synchro summon card is sent to the grave as single material, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the level of the synchro monster that uses the card as material times 100. And if you do, add a level A or lower monster with 600 defense from your deck to your hand. Wow. Okay, so it's got its own surge. I don't have anything else to say about that. Literally, that's a pretty cool effect. Being able to decrease one of your opponent's monster, being able to increase the level of, or decrease the level of the tuner of this card by the level of the tuner used for the card's synchro summon is really good, because you can go into cards like Boardload Savage Dragon, you can go into Crystal Wing, which is pretty cool. Absolutely insane. Now we have Supernatural Danger Zone, which is a continuous spell. Both of its effects are once per turn. If a non-effect monster or monster is a special summon face up, you can target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. So you can just basically MST one of your opponent's back row during, each time. Excuse me. And it's a once per turn too, so that's pretty crazy. If this card in your spell and trap zone is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon one non-effect monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So you can either Cyber Dragon the monster, you can special summon from the deck, or you can just reborn it right off the bat, which is really cool. Next up we have Night Flight, which is a quick play spell. Target one face-up monster you control, return it to the hand, and if you do, neither player can activate cards or the effects of cards with that name for the rest of this turn. Yeah, basically it's a compulsory evacuation device, but in the form of a quick play spell. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty insane. Pretty insane. Small World, which is a normal spell. Reveal one monster in your hand and reveal one monster in your deck with the same type, attribute, level, attack, or defense. Only exactly one of these. Banish the first reveal monster, which is the one in your hand, face down, then add to your hand the monster from your deck with the same type, attribute, level, attack, or defense as the second reveal monster. And if you do, banish the second reveal monster face down. So basically, not only are you banishing the one monster from your hand and the one from your deck, but you're also searching out. You're also searching, but you're basically using the Rhoda effect to add the third target to your hand, and you're banishing the first two face down, which it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I know that some people might think that that's not good, but that's actually not too shabby. Not too bad. It's kind of an okay effect, but it's not too bad. Stained Glass of the Valiant, which is a normal trap. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Apply these effects in sequence based on the types and effect monsters you control. Fairy, draw 3 cards and place 2 cards from your hand on the bottom of the deck in any order. Fiend, your opponent draws 1 card, then they discard 1 random card. Then if they have any other cards in their hand, discard 1 more card of their choice. Okay, so it can work with fairy decks or even fiend decks as well. So it can work with agents. It can work with counter fairies. It can even also work with fiend decks. Like Live Twin, Dark World, Archfiend decks. That's not too bad. Even also Magical Musketeers as well, because those are also fiend as well. Next up, we have Laundry Trap. What the fuck? Okay. Which is a continuous trap. The second effect is on once per turn. If a monster is normal or supposed to summon to your field, you can send the top card of your deck to the grave. Wow. Okay. Not saying anything else about it. If this card is sent from the deck to the grave by card effect, you can target one card in your grave that was sent there this turn, except this card, add it to your hand, but you cannot activate cards or effects of cards with that name until the end of your next turn. I guess in a way that's a pretty cool, a pretty decent effect, because you can add a card. You can add a card from your grave that was sent there during your turn. You can add that card to your hand, but you won't be able to activate it until your next turn. Which, honestly, it's not that bad, but hey, that's pretty decent, I guess. And then, of course, as far as the like the bonus pack card that they have in the OCG, apparently Borlo Dragon is going to be the one. So that's pretty much it for that. There is one other card. There's one last card that I'm going to be talking about in this video. and it's from Burst of Destiny, and it's called Mutering. Mutering. Yes, I believe I got that right. Which is a 4-star Earth Cyberse with 1400 attack and 1100 defense. The first effect is a once per turn. If a field spell is activated, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then if face-up cards are in both players' field zones, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects this turn. Wow. Not that it would matter because obviously you're going to be linking it off into something like Firewall Dragon and whatnot, because if you're running 3 copies with the effects of Firewall Dragon, you can summon this card straight from your deck, which is insane. Second effect says negate the effects of any face-up card in your opponent's field zone during your turn. Also negate the effect of any face-up card in your field zone during your opponent's turn. That's pretty crazy. And there's another one here. There's another card it's a token, but it's mainly used for Bortle Code Dragon. Alright, you guys, now for the next generation of video gaming, because we have several games coming out. Obviously we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duel Psycho Battle Royale, which will be released in the Americas and in Europe in fall of 2021. The Japanese version will also be starting on August 12th, which is actually the day after my birthday, with Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links as well. We are actually getting the Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 World, so Pendulum Summoning is coming into play. I believe next year we may end up getting Vrains, and then the year after that we may end up getting Sevens, but I'm not so sure. Master Duel is also coming up, which is pretty crazy because the animations are absolutely insanity. And as far as like what systems will be available for Master Duel, it'll be for the PS4, the PS5, the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X, on Steam, Nintendo Switch, the App Store, and the Google Play Store as well. No date has been listed, intended for global release. We also have Cross Duel coming up as well, which we don't know what that we. The only thing that we know for Cross Duel is that it's going to be for the App Store and Google Play Store. I am begging that Master Duel becomes available for desktops, as in for like as in for a laptop for like mine, like my laptop, because if it does, I'm so gonna get it. And basically with Master Duel, it's its own like online simulator, kind of similar to what we do with kind of similar to Dueling Book, and similar to what is it, EDO Pro, and also Nexus, which is the one that I use, which is the one that I've used for most of my deck profiles. But I'm hoping that this is the case. I'm not so sure, but if it does come out for laptops, as in you can download them from the Microsoft Store, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. I'm pretty sure you can, because I know that on my laptop I actually have the Microsoft Store, so it's possible, but who knows? But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this video. I'm actually curious about Master Duel. I'm not so sure if anybody's going to be doing gameplays of it upon its release, but you never know. Honestly, I'm just excited. I'm just excited for this. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be an incredible game to play. But guys, that is going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Question of the day: what are your guys' thoughts on Burst of Destiny? And what decks do you guys think are going to be meta once Burst of Destiny comes out? Let me know in the comments below. And that is going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button if you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more Yu-Gi-Oh news videos, which gets posted every Tuesday. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you guys do not miss out on any new content that comes your way. And be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All the links will be down in the description. And if you guys have family you want to send me and want me to open up on the channel, my address will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.